I wonder if I can just put this chair up, maybe? Okay, oh no. Oh, it only goes lower. Yeah, that's good. Hi everyone, welcome to my chaotic corner of the internet, and yes, we are in the new office. I might, maybe, be telling a story about my roommate at some point. I'm not sure if I'm trying to be that petty or if I'm just trying to let it go. All I'm saying is that I've seen people's roommate from hell videos on YouTube and they don't hold a candle to what I went through. It is over now. I no longer have anything to worry about in that regard. Also, the man blocked me on Facebook, so that's always fun. Always a great thing to realize. It's, anyway. That's not what this video is about. So I made a vlog over the weekend, but long story short, I had to private it. Well, actually I made it unlisted, I think. There was a bit of an error in it. I deleted all my footage before realizing that, so I couldn't just edit it out. So I just lost the whole video. It's still a really good time. And one of the things that we did during that video is I got this tattoo. Ooh, bra strap, scandalous. I got this tattoo on Saturday and it says, "I defy you, stars." It didn't hurt too bad actually. I was very surprised because you tend to think like if it's going to be over the bone it's going to hurt a lot, but actually it really wasn't too bad. It was definitely more of a stab. I've had some tattoos that are more stabby and some that are more of a dull throb. This one was definitely more stabby. I think just because it's like relatively small, it really was not too bad at all. So if you're thinking about getting a little collarbone phrase, as I know a lot of people get, definitely recommend getting a small phrase on your collarbone if you want to do that. It's really not that bad. Let's talk about what this tattoo means to me. I'm into astrology. I don't think that's a secret. I think that everyone who knows me knows that. It's kind of my thing. And I can sit back in my chair now. I was talking to my therapist about something. Let me backtrack. Let me go back to the day I was born. If you're into astrology, you probably already know what this means. I was born during a time that made it so that my birth chart was a little bit cursed. I ended up with a Capricorn 7th house stellium, and I was also born during Venus retrograde. Essentially what that means in like layman's terms, I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. I was born with this absolute obsession with love and relationships. Ever since like the day I was born, probably, I've been obsessed with finding love. And I've always wanted to meet my soulmate or whatever people are calling it, twin flame, whatever they're calling it nowadays. Always wanted to meet my person. And it's never happened, obviously. I'm still only 31, but I really thought it would happen before now. I'm a little bit salty that it hasn't. And my birth chart did kind of predict that with those placements I mentioned earlier. The 7th house stellium is the part that's like you're obsessed with relationships. And then Venus retrograde is like an interruption in the Venus energy. And Venus obviously is a planet of love. I was literally born with a desire for relationships stronger than the average person. All I wanted to do in life is get married and have like a lifelong partnership. But I was also born during Venus retrograde, which means that's really, really highly unlikely. I remember posting about this on like an astrology subreddit. I was like, am I doomed? Am I cursed? And this person said, oh, I have a friend who has those same placements, but he managed to find his person and get married during his Saturn return. Well, my Saturn return has already happened, or at least my first one has. I think it happens when you're like 28 or something. And let me tell you, obviously, that still didn't happen for me. Now my next Saturn return I think is when I'm like 60 or something absurd like that. I was talking to my therapist about this and I was like, I feel like I have this curse. I feel like I will never be able to get what I want out of life. I really do feel like I wish I could restart my life and have been born like a few minutes later or something so that none of this would have happened. But like, obviously that's impossible. Obviously there's no way to go back in time and not know anything about astrology, unfortunately. I've really been into this shit since I was like 10. Like since 5th grade. I started to think, have y'all ever seen, probably not, but have y'all ever seen the movie The Bumblebee Flies Anyway starring Elijah Wood? Because in that film, there's this whole explanation they give where the name of the film comes from is like, given its body size to wingspan, a bumblebee shouldn't scientifically, physically be able to fly. but for some reason it can. And they had this whole thing where it was like, what if it's just because the bumblebee didn't know that it wasn't able to fly, and so it just went ahead and did it anyway. It's a wild, wild movie. It's really bad, but I was obsessed with it because I was obsessed with Elijah Wood when I was younger. Anyway, like if I didn't know about astrology, how would I live my life? Would things be better if I didn't know about this? And obviously that's not an option because I already know about it. But in the midst of this therapy session, I deadass said, I'm gonna defy the stars. I've decided that my only option if I'm gonna find happiness within this lifetime is to defy the stars. And I like really thought about that Shakespeare. It's from Romeo and Juliet. He literally says, I defy you stars. He's talking about it symbolically, and I'm talking about it literally. Also, I feel like y'all can hear my washing machine right now. I'm very sorry if that's the dominant noise in this video. I decided during this therapy session that I'm literally going to defy the stars. And really, when you think about it, that's the most Aquarius thing I could ever possibly do. If somebody says, this is never going to happen for you, don't do this, or you can't do this, what does an Aquarius do? Rebels, right? That's like our thing. So I got this tattoo right here, prominently displayed, to remind myself to fight back and to be like, no, fuck you, stars. I'm gonna get what I want. Like that Kelly Shoes video. Anyway, as for like how I chose the text and the placement, there are other people in this world who have I defy you stars tattoos. I googled this before I got it and it's like, well, this is kind of a basic bitch tattoo. But like, a lot of people got it in cursive, and also one of the Google images was actually of one on a collarbone. And I was like, yes. I literally kind of stole this idea from Google Images, but I'm the only person out there that I know of, because like I didn't see any of this on Google, who got this delicious typewriter looking font. Is that zoomed in? Probably not. To my knowledge, I'm the only person who shows this delicious typewriter looking font, which makes more sense than cursive to me, to be honest, because this is more literary looking to me. If I were to have gotten it in cursive, not only would it have been less legible, it also would have had more of a whimsical quality to it. And like, I don't know, I just like this font better. At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. I love cursive, I love writing in cursive, but I think I want any text on my body to be like this. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So this is my fourth tattoo. I'm obsessed with it. I think it was very bold and sexy of me to get it way up here in like the visible range. I did it. It's on me now, permanently. Actually, I can cover it up pretty easily. I don't really wear a lot of low cut stuff, y'all might have noticed. I'm kind of a never nude. So I don't think covering it would be a problem if I did have to do that for, I don't know, whatever reason. I think this is gonna be the year of tattoos for me. This was the first tattoo I'd gotten in 2 years. And the last one I got was this one. And I went to see the same guy who gave me this one. Because look how crisp these lines still are. I wanted to give you all a little insight into what it means, just in case anyone in the future asks me what it means. Which people already have. I can just link them this video, I guess, and they'll know. Also, Oceans of Slumber shirt. Hello, have y'all heard of Oceans of Slumber? If not, you're really missing out. That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and please leave me a nice comment. Tell me about your tattoos. Tell me about your future tattoo plans, because that could be a whole different video for me. I have like 3 or 4 other ones that I want to get real soon. Have a delicious day, and I will see you beautiful people next time.